one of the best parts about e-collars is with obedience comes freedom. So she's learning that when she listens to what I tell her, she gets to have a little bit more freedom, a little bit more fun to do stuff, right? And that e-collar helps us with that because we can maintain control over her while having her have the freedom of being able to wander and kind of sniff around and do what she wants to do like she is now. So we've got no traffic right now. Tonight's a great time of day to be out here meandering and having fun. But if I say, Charlie, heel. Oh, good job. Yes, ma'am. Okay. No? You don't want to okay? No? You can't go play. Go ahead. She seems to like go ahead better than okay. She seems to respond a little bit better than that. So we might stick with that and change it up a little bit. So this is our, 5th or 6th-ish walk. And we've implemented the hands-free like you saw in the little mini video I sent you. We do still have the leash on, that way if she does decide to take off and I need to chase after her, like I said in your second recall video that I am going to send to you eventually. That way we have a little bit more control. If I got to run after her, I've got a leash I can step on a little bit faster than I can try and catch her. But thankfully I haven't had to implement any of that so far. She's been doing amazing. Charlie, heel. Good girl. And so this is what we're going to do until I feel comfortable with her being 100% reliable like this, meaning every time I tell her to come back to me, she does, which so far she's proving accurate. Then we will move on to taking the leash off. Here. Charlie. Come here. Thank you. Hi, young lady. Here. Thank you, ma'am. And so things like that. So I had to repeat myself. I had to stem her a little bit to get her to come back to me when she saw a person, which is normal. That is completely to be expected in this process. But like I was saying, until that doesn't happen, until I don't have to repeat myself, then we will start going with no leash. Sometime next week, towards the end of the week, once we've had quite a few more walks in us and we feel a little bit more comfortable, we're going to try going for a hike. Yes, we're going to go for a hike. And we will start working her that way too, so we can desensitize her a little bit to some woods and stuff. I know you mentioned you wanted to take her hiking a little bit more. So we're going to do that too, but she is absolutely surpassing all of my expectations, as usual. And there's really not much I get to elaborate on for you. Unfortunately and fortunately, that's a good thing for us because that means, Charlie is smart and acing all of her training. But then that's also a bad thing because I don't get to babble on and on to you. So that's really what we're doing now. This is what we're going to be doing for the next few walks, so I won't bore you with every single one. But until, like I said earlier, until I feel comfortable that we can take the leash off altogether, then we will keep doing this. Yeah, we'll keep doing this because you're doing so good. I also do want to mention, like you saw in the little mini video I sent you, an important feature that I teach dogs in general with leash manners, but especially when they're off leash, is that I stop, you sit rule. So anytime I stop, I expect you to check in and sit, because that means that either there's traffic coming, I need to change directions, we need to do something. And so it's really important for me and for you to have that control over her. So that, having her stop or having her sit when I stop kind of helps her learn to check in with me, as you just saw her do, hopefully. There we go, that check in, that's exactly what we want. And having that I stop, you sit rule will definitely help aid in that. Let's give it a whirl. Sit. Good job, babe. Good girl. And then some other things that we can do to help implement that check-in that I like, that way she kind of understands where I'm at, is doing a little bit of random turns, getting her to follow me. Good girl. So these random turns will help her learn to watch what I'm doing because, the focus, of course, is to be with me at all times. So even when she's kind of going far off, I want her to learn to check in, make sure everything's hunky-dory and we're all on the same track. Yeah.